Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Good afternoon, everybody, man. This your boy Yolo B at Real Talk Channel, man. What's good with y'all today, man? I hope everybody having a good and blessed day. I am, you know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I'm out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a little air for the day, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's, you know what I'm saying, it's feeling pretty good out here, man. But as I sit out here with y'all today, man, you know what I'm saying, I just want to speak what's on my mind today. And today, we're going to talk about jobs. And I'm going to tell y'all why we're having that conversation today. Because, man, I just sat up in the house, man, and I'm thinking about, like, how much do you actually have to spend a month based on just responsibilities? Based on just your responsibilities, man, you just got to realize how much you're spending a month and why it's important to them saying that you have to have a job. And you know what I'm saying? And like Papa Duck said, man, you know what I'm saying? These people ain't, you know what I'm saying, got you out here working to enjoy your life. These people got you working because work is what they want you to do. Man, out of all the stuff that I can name right now, you know what I'm saying, you have to they're making it to where instead of it looking like you slaving for it, they're trying to make it like the things that's going on around you and the things that you have to pay on is important for you to have. Just think about what you having to pay out a month. Rent, lights, health insurance, life insurance, kids, car note, you know what I'm saying, mortgage, anything that you having to, anything that's revolving around you, you have to put some type of pay toward it. Just like Kanye said on one of his recent interviews. I want to say if it was on Revolt or something like that, but you got to think about the 5 important elements that you have to have in this society. Knowledge, which is education, medicine, food, kids, and pretty much the responsibilities that's going around you all together for real. In order for you to take care of that, you have to have a job. But they're telling you the stuff that you having to work for is important, but the whole entire time they ain't doing nothing but slaving you. Think about it. Throughout this pandemic, you know how many people took pay cuts that have real life stuff going on out here throughout the pandemic? You know how many people that had to take pay cuts? You know how many people that had to run up on their general manager or an assistant manager behind a job that's helping them barely keep up the things that they got going on outside of work? A lot of people don't think about that. Just not too long ago, back when the pandemic started, it was a big controversy about employment and employment in the employment rate. It was a big controversial about that when COVID came. When COVID came and COVID was good in here, the next issue was employment. That was the next issue. You know how many people left their jobs because a lot of people were getting payment cuts on their jobs, getting pay cuts. And guess what? Even if you was to caught COVID on your job, you think no people finna hand you, you think no people finna give you all kind of assistance from your job when you get COVID? You know why? They didn't do it because they didn't want for that to fall back on the employer of that company. You know how many jobs shut down due to people possibly able to get COVID by working around each other? You know how many jobs stayed open, concerned about the money, not even concerned about the employees. They were concerned about their check. How many jobs stayed open when COVID hit and a lot of when the whole world shut down? It wasn't too many jobs really wasn't open, nothing but fast food and doctors. People couldn't even come out their homes, man, behind COVID. You know how many people took a loss behind COVID? Not only died behind COVID, but turned around and, like I say, took a major pay cut. Some took pay cuts so major they had to leave. Some people had to leave their jobs because the stuff that they was paying on that was revolved around them, they weren't able to keep those payments up. That's why a lot of these jobs no longer had full staff on the jobs. Because a lot of those people, a lot of those staffs that left, a lot of those employees that left the jobs took major pay cuts. And it was done behind their backs. Don't nobody want to talk about that. You thinking a lot of people just up and just drop their jobs based on just based on unemployment? No. A lot of people left their jobs because a lot of these companies decided to go back on their pay cuts. A lot of these district managers and managers decided to go back on these employees' pay cuts. Reducing their hours on their job. Some people weren't even able to get 30. Some people had to wrestle with their general manager just to get a good 35 hours out of work. And you only doing all that just to pretty much pay on your responsibilities outside of work. That's why I kind of see what Papa Doc was saying now. These people ain't got you in school to you know what I'm saying, pretty much be a thinker or be a creator of some kind. These folks ain't doing nothing but having you working and slaving on a job. That's why it's a big controversy about the payment wage. And I want to shout out to this, you know what I'm saying, to this mentor too, Eddie Griffin. Because Eddie Griffin know a lot too. He says a lot too. He give out a lot. He give out lots of very informative information when it comes to these people, man. You think, like he was saying, you think 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 50, all the way to 20, you think that's good enough for minimum wage? No, it's not. You need like $50 an hour to be able to live out here. These people damn near bird feeding us out here just to be able to pay for our responsibilities. They damn near bird feeding you. Food going up, prices going up. Just like when the pandemic was happening and a lot of the stuff was going on with the unemployment and the pandemic, even though a lot of these jobs had shut down, these people was out here telling these landlords and stuff, they still able to collect rent from you even if your job shut down due to COVID. You know how many people still had to come out their pockets when their job shut down for COVID? You know how many people still had to pay their landlords in the time of that crisis? You know how many people still had to pay their landlords? Just in case they job shut down or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And just like Papa Doc was saying, just like he gave a scenario on the water situation. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? You just constantly just pouring that water into that cup. You constantly just pouring that water into that cup. You know what I'm saying? You able to pour just enough in there. You know what I'm saying? To last you until the next check come around. Until the next payment come around. The same thing with a job. You gotta pay that rent. If you living in a home and you trying to rent to own, especially when you renting to own, you know how long you gonna be paying on, how long you gonna be paying rent in order for you to own that house that you living in? Just like Papa Duck said, the only way you able to get any money of any kind, family have to leave you something within the inheritance, or you gotta hit the lottery. Or you gotta be out here grinding on survival mode, man. In order for you to pay rent, in order for you to pay your car note, in order for you to pay health insurance, life insurance, home insurance, mortgage. And you think 10, 11, 12, 13, all the way to $20 an hour gonna cover all that? No. No. Y'all, we out here working for companies, and we ain't even seen the CEO yet. Don't know what the CEO look like unless if you read about him in your work handbook that you got. Or you go online and you going into your job careers on who you hired with, and you learning about them, or learning about them. And then 9 out of 10, you'll never see these people. You'll never see them. You'll never see these people that you working for. How many of y'all employers came to y'all aid when COVID hit and a lot of y'all jobs shut down? How many of them employers came to your aid? How many of them came to your assistance other than you having to fill out for the benefits for that job? And 9 out of 10, whenever you filling out for those benefits from that job, something still got to come out your check in order for those benefits to work for you. Cause I'm matter of fact, before I even end this right here, I'm going to give y'all a testimony. Because sometimes whenever I do my videos, I'm gonna try to drop a testimony. You know what I'm saying? A little bit on something that I go through. So whenever I put my titles up for my videos, you'll understand why I'm putting the videos up. Okay. I was working at this job here in Dothan, Alabama called Jack's, right? Okay. I think Papa Duck ended up coming up with one of his videos. He ended up coming up with a conversation on one of his videos about how this pandemic has separated people, and how this COVID pandemic started separating everybody. And I was telling him, man, I said, man, it's amazing that it's happening like that. It's amazing how this pandemic is causing people to come together, and it's causing people to separate. Man, I remember when I caught COVID on my job at this job, Jack's. I ended up catching COVID on that job. On the job. Not outside the job. On the job. Man, I damn near spent a month. I damn near spent a month in the hospital. Guess how many people checked on me at that job? It wasn't but one or two people at that job that checked on me. It wasn't but 2 people. And one of the ladies that was on here, she checked on me. Her name is Cerinthia. Her name is Cerinthia. Beautiful black lady. Checked on me, man. Out of anybody else at that job, she was the only one checked on me. Guess what? Pay. I didn't get no pay. I didn't get nothing, bro. And I gave these people damn near 3 years of my hard work ethic, bro. I gave these people 3 years. Them people didn't help me with nothing, bro. Nothing. Them people didn't help me with nothing, man. And that's one of the testimonies that I had to share. The moment I was out for that job, the moment that I was out in the hospital, laid up in the hospital bed, they was replacing me with somebody else because I wasn't able to make it due to COVID. You think they gave me any type of assistance? No, they didn't. Guess what they did? They damn sure dropped my pay, though. They dropped my pay. They did that. That they did do. Knowing that I got $350 rent to pay, knowing that I got light bill, knowing that I got a son to take care of. You think the people cared about that? And guess what? And throughout the whole shutdown, tell me why their business is still up and running. And that's something I just want to shed a little light on. As long as these companies are making their money, they do not care about you. They do not care about you at all. Because I promise you, just like Papa Doug said, you fall over and die on that job today, I promise you by tomorrow, they'll have somebody else in your spot making the same pay you made. Making the same pay that you made. That's why I understand what him saying by working for yourself, and it makes a lot of sense. Because you can set up a lot of stuff when you work, when you setting up a business for yourself, you can set up a lot. You can set up a lot, not only just for you and your family, but for your employees and their families. And these folks ain't caring. These folks, like Papa Doug said, and Eddie Griffin and Reza Islam said, these folks over here in the next country, on the beach or on the island somewhere, smoking on cigars together, drinking margaritas, while you sitting up here on these people's job, busting your butt. Eating filet mignon. Eating on quail. Talking about how they business is coming up. I ain't talking about, but ain't giving the employees the credit. They giving their business the credit. They ain't giving the employees the credit. They giving the business the credit. Because it takes employees to run a business. It takes employees and people to make money regardless. So you know it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like that one video on Facebook where somebody had shared where this black guy was finna fight his boss because his boss was shitting him out his check. This black boy finna fight his boss behind his job because he wasn't paying this man. You gotta think about all the responsibilities this man's gotta pay when he outside of your job. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing all jobs. Because you got some jobs out here that will assist you, that will help you, but you got some that don't. Who want to be somewhere working 20 or 30 years talking about owning a home? You got to work majority of your life just to own a home. No, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thought maybe I should shed a little light on that, man. We got to learn to come together as a people. Because as much as these situations keep driving us apart, we constantly failing every time, man. We failing every time, man. The more we stay apart, the more we falling as a people, man. Look what they done did to Michael Jackson. This man was owner of Sony, part owner of Sony. And they killed this man behind his catalog? Come on, man. What that tell you? No people don't care nothing about you on no job. All they care about is you making the company money to where he can sit back or where she can sit back and sit up at the house. Some of them folk don't even come and them folk don't even come and check on their companies. Them folk don't even come and check on their company. They got somebody else doing it. Them folk don't reward you or say thank you or nothing to you for helping them become a successful business. Or thanking you for having a successful business. Them people don't even come and tell you thank you. Knowing that you got kids at home. And they want to give out pay cuts because of a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something we all gotta be mindful on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why all this stuff is happening out here. Because you got some people that gotta go in survival mode when it comes to a loss of their job. Because they got rent they gotta pay. Light bill they gotta pay. And one thing I notice about when it comes to bills, certain bills don't stop. Light bills don't stop. Health insurance bills don't stop. Life insurance bills don't stop. Those type of bills don't stop. You'll be paying it as long as you live until you dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? That's just something to think on, man. That's just something to think about, man. People crashing out with their landlords, because you got landlords out here that want to be slum landlords are thinking that they can trick you. Cause your employer wanna bull crap you because you got responsibilities you gotta take care of. All these franchise restaurants out here can't even pay nobody. But y'all a whole franchise. Y'all got McDonald's all over the world. Burger King all over the world. Chick-fil-A all over the world. Wendy's all over the world. And you still coming home to a 9, 10, 11, $11 an hour. You still coming home to that. And them folks making millions. Them people making millions and billions on jobs. Those are actual, all those elements that I named that Kanye was talking about, those are actual responsibilities that is pretty much a must that you have to take care of. That is mandatory. Those elements I just named, all that stuff is mandatory. You have to pay that. All that stuff mandatory. Food, water, medication, schooling, and your kids, that's mandatory. Home, that's mandatory. You will grow old and die old trying to take care of, trying to own a home. If you ain't got the knowledge of having one. Cause just like Kanye said, it takes knowledge in order for you to have the little elements of things that you have to have. It takes knowledge in order for you to have it. That's why I'd rather place myself around people that's knowledgeable, so they can show me what I need to do to get it. Or hey man, this is where you need to go in order for you to own this home or whatever. Or this is where you need to go in order for you to own this land. And I'm finna walk you through it so you will be able to be comfortable and familiar with being able to get this land. Or being able to profit off this land to where you can own your home. If people can come together and move mountains, people can come together and put a whole damn country together. You know what I'm saying? We can create our own village. We can create our own country. We can create our own world. All we got to do is do it. All we have to do is do it. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff is stressful. That stuff will have you in survival mode, having to come out here and do anything in order for you to have it. You'll do anything in order to keep that going. And then you got a lot of these jobs want to stereotype or want to discriminate with hiring you. That's just like they got that Facebook meme now. Hire some of these felons. A lot of these places to run if you hire some of these felons. Or either hire some people that don't even have diplomas. And then when we get on here and come up with a lot of solutions with resolving a lot of the situations, guess what they do? They'll turn right around and get on here and listen to this and go right back and try to pull this whole idea together that you came up with. Just to keep you going on their job. They'll sit right up here and listen to your content and take whatever they learn from your content, and they'll turn right around and make use for it. Make use of it. And put that whole plan together. To keep us from coming together. To keep us from building our own empires. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe I would come on here and shed a little light, because like I say, when you lose a job to an employer that don't care nothing about you, you don't know what situation they just put you in. You don't know what mindset they done put upon you when it comes to you having to handle things that is mandatory that you have to handle. Miss rent or miss a car note. Miss paying that health insurance. Folks will be knocking on your door, sending letters in the mail. Miss one of them payments. Light bill late. You ain't paid your light bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you got to think about. And I just thought, man, I just come on here, man, and shed a little light on that, man. Man, come on here and check out my page, man. YOLO be at Real Talk Channels, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man, and come on here and learn something, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I sit back and I listen to Papa Doc. I listen to Eddie Griffin. I listen to Reza Islam. And then to make it so bad, just like Reza Islam was saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though you got money, you still a rich slave. Because as long as them people can keep you reminded of keep you, as long as they able to keep you reminded of who you are, they always feel like they got that advantage over you. As long as they feel like they can remind you of who you are, telling you, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, because you're making their money. That's every bit of control. That's every bit of control. That's every bit of that. When somebody feel like they over you and feel like they can put you back in a place to where they feel like you belong, to where they can embarrass you or humiliate you or make you look bad or try to belittle you or anything, they'll do it. And I know we should be tired of that by now. We should be tired of that by now. Having to be on a job that we truly don't want to be on because we got to worry about dealing with a general manager. Or we got to worry about dealing with a assistant manager. Or an employee that we don't like on the job, making our jobs uncomfortable. But hell, you think them people care? As long as they business running, they don't give a damn. They do not care. And like I said, man, I just thought, man, I should just shed a little light on that, man. But like I say, man, y'all come to YouTube and check out my page, man, at YOLO B-RealTalkChannel. You know what I'm saying, man? Like I say, man, I just want to come on here and shed a little light, man, and want to just speak what's on my mind for the day, man. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Like Papa Duck said, man, in order for you to be found, we gotta first be lost, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, you know what I'm saying? I just thought maybe that's all I just come on here and say for the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just stay out the way and stay blessed, man. And you know what I'm saying? Continue to do what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? But just stay out the way, man, and stay prayed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, you know what I'm saying? We still here until we gone, man. You know what I'm saying? We got these kids growing up. These kids gonna be in the thick of this stuff if we don't tighten up, man. If we don't tighten up, our kids gonna be in the thick of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff going on, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, y'all have a good and blessed day, man. Y'all stay out the way. Continue to stay prayed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, come to my YouTube channel, YOLO B Real Talk channel, man. Y'all come through and show me some love, man, and learn something. Gone.